Why is life so difficult? The people in control have to keep you re-traumatized. So the trauma literally embeds in your DNA, and you repeat the same cycle over and over and over again, and you unknowingly pass it to your children. Why do you think during the royalty time, like the medieval times or whatever ruling empires, the wealthy and the powerful, they said it was their birthright to rule, that they had some kind of special DNA and they kept it in the same bloodline? Typically, a king would never marry a queen if she wasn't from a royal bloodline. And any child created outside of that same bloodline would be considered a bastard. The ancients knew a lot more about energy work and generational trauma than we currently know as society. It's only been in like the most recent decade or so that this research has come out. I know I learned this in my genetics class in college, that generational trauma is genetic. If I'm not mistaken, it actually carries through the maternal line the strongest. This is why life is so hard. This is why they have to keep you down. They have to keep you desperate. They have to keep you like a hamster in a wheel, just not understanding what the hell is happening outside of you. And because you have such a lack of fulfillment in your life, what does the hamster search for? A sweet treat. And that sweet treat is your dopamine rush. This is why you spend money on things that are absolutely not worth your investment. The ruling class truly do believe themselves to be above you. It is God's right that they are your emperor. I know the emperors of Europe would say, God ordained me to be on this throne. And it would be the kind of the same lingo that they had in China as well. The emperor would say, I am the child or the seed of the dragon. God sent me here. And when they manipulate enough of you to believe that they do have a divine ordained right to rule over you, well, you're a measly little peasant, you don't know what's going on. So you abide by their rules. Now here is the tricky part. If you are into spirituality, you already know this. A lot of these bloodlines do actually have this special DNA. Some people say it's Nephilim, some people say it's fallen angelic. I like to coin them as fallen angelic DNA. And if you're unaware of the history of the fallen angels, it's just a fancy term for saying higher dimensional entities that decided to go against the law of one, or treating others with empathy and respect, and they went the opposite route. They decided to conquer, control, and covet. They essentially became very selfish. This is where you get your 7 sins from. This is where you get your corruption from, your greed. And primarily, they see the rest of us as being their energy source, their food source. Have you not noticed that if you look at a city from an aerial view, cities look like microchips? It's harnessing your energy. And they are trying to cut you off from Mother Nature, from your inner wisdom, from your inner light. I've said this so many times. The devil is a distraction, and the devil is in the details. The more they keep you convoluted, confused, fragmented, the less you will ever have the chance to have a spiritual awakening and to discover your true self. If you would like to learn more about the true nature of fallen angelics, why have they turned against their own kind, aka human beings? We're not actually the same kind. What this matrix system is actually set out to do. My book, Made in God's Image, talks about everything you need to know. Link in bio.